take opportunities to promote them publicly, and I don't do that enough around here. God uses her to do around here, just at Bethel, and assisting me is something I will never be able to thank her for. And I love you, and I appreciate you, and you are my world. And I want to publicly say how much I love her, how much I appreciate her. God bless you. Tell us some of the things the Lord put in your heart, and maybe something fun we did.
I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to go. Pastor told me to get up here and tell y'all that our marriage is perfect. But, no, it's not. But we had a good time of fellowship with all the couples that went. Just a wonderful time of just getting to know them outside of church and getting to know them better. And then we got there. I think their church theme for the year is focusing on Christ. But this was focusing on Christ and your other, or your spouse. And the first night they sang some songs and we played some games. Your pastor and I played a Kiss Your Bride, and you had to chew a fruit roll-up, and we won that game actually. And then we had a few other couples get involved. Mike and Molly and Chris and Honey got involved in Connect 4. It was a relay and it was funny. So that was just a good time just to be together with your spouse and to laugh and have a good time. And then Brother Jet, Jamie Jet from Heartland, he spoke the first night. At Standing Your Ground, he did an acronym on stop. Stop and think about what you're about to do. What you're about to engage in, what you're watching, what are you allowing in your home. And so that was encouraging. Then the next morning, the women had a session and the men had a session. The women went, and Miss Vicky Jett, his wife, spoke, and her main thing was communicating with your husband. And every one of us here, communication is the key. Communication is the key. And it is, but like Mike had said, sometimes, or one of them had said, you get complacent in your daily routines and you can't read their mind. They can't read your mind. You have to talk to each other about what you're feeling. And then one thing she said, what is your motivation? And she took 1 Peter and broke 1 Peter 3:7-12 and broke each verse down, and how we are to be courteous to our spouse. We are to respond right. Even sometimes you get in a conversation and you respond without even thinking sometimes, and it's not the right response, therefore it causes friction. And she's said that don't speak evil about your spouse or be deceitful. She said run from the evil and then chase after peace. And then she challenged me personally, is my prayer time making a difference for the Lord? And then also to write, like Miss Molly had mentioned, write out a specific prayer for Josh that I pray, and not just, dear Lord bless my husband, and as he does these things, the same thing over and over, but to sit down specifically, write down his needs, anything that I need to talk to the Lord about Josh, and just pray for him, and then just our communication together. And then the next session after that, her husband came and he did the greatest analogy of he used music to our marriage, and how one note can throw off, it throw you out of harmony, in other words. It was focusing on a chord of our homes, but he had his wife play Jesus Loves Me, and she played a sour note to begin with, and then he spoke, and he spoke about different sour notes that we allow in our homes, and then what we can, he said, we can watch and pray, love, hospitality, hospitality, we can minister and speak good about our spouse. And he basically gave us the sour notes, and then he gave us the things we can do to have harmony and peace in our home and grow stronger together. And I just thought, just correlating the music with that, it was just something I had never heard before. And it was just a neat analogy to make me think and challenge me on different ways and areas that I can work on personally, individually, and then also we can work on together. So it was a blessing to go. Again, I am thankful for those who got to go. If you weren't able to go and are able to go next year, please go. It is a blessing and it's encouraging to your heart. And just like Brother Mike spoke, he's, being around other Christian couples, encouraging each other that want to have the same goal and purpose in life. And it's, no matter what you and your spouse may be going through, just helping each other along the Christian walk. And that's it.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
thank you.